Did you hear? MAGA Republicans are holding a hearing in Congress to show that Twitter had a bias against the right wing, and they've proven that they were right. Just kidding. They weren't right. It's actually shown that Twitter had a center-right lean. And here's one example by AOC.
Something interesting happened after she overrode your assessment. A day or two later, Twitter seemed to have changed their policies, didn't they?
Yes, that trope, go back to where you came from, was removed from the content moderation guidance as an example.
So Twitter changed their own policy after the president violated it in order to potentially accommodate his tweet?
Yes.
Thank you. So much for bias against right wing on Twitter.
That was AOC showing that when Donald Trump put out a tweet basically telling her and some of the other Democratic Congress members that they should go back to their country, which was not allowed on Twitter, suddenly Twitter at that time reassessed their rules and changed the rules to accommodate Donald Trump. So as you see, Twitter did not have a bias against the right wing. In that case, it had a bias against the left wing. But people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Ted Cruz, all of them, Jim Jordan, they're complaining that Twitter used to have a bias against the right wing. However, that's all just anecdotal. Again, the statistics have shown that Twitter had a center/right lean, actually. Matter of fact, nowadays it's gotten even crazier. Since Elon bought it, I don't know about you guys, I keep getting crazy right-wing tweets showing up for me from Marjorie and Lauren and Ted and Paul Ghost, just all of them. It's nuts. It's like nonstop. Here's another example that comes from Joe Biden having talked about at the State of the Union address that there were some Republicans who wanted to get rid of Social Security and Medicare. And the Republicans said, no, we're not. But here's a clip that shows that they did want to get rid of those policies.
Recently put out an 11-point plan to rescue America, two of the big points of which are, quote, all Americans should pay some income tax to have skin in the game, even if a small amount. Currently, over half of Americans pay no income tax. It also says all federal legislation sunsets in 5 years. If a law is worth keeping, Congress can pass it again. So that would raise taxes on half of Americans and potentially sunset programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. Why would you propose something like that in an election year?
Sure. Well, John, that's, of course, the Democrat talking points. It's a 11-step
No, it's in the plan. It's in the plan.
So you see, the words of the Republicans are coming to kick them back in the butt, okay? So them saying they want to get rid of Medicare as well as Social Security is going to backfire for them in elections. There's videos of Mike Lee, I believe, from Utah, also saying the same thing. Their words that there was a bias on Twitter against people on the right wing, those are being proven not to have been real. Basically, the Congress right now, with the Republicans in Congress, both Senate and in House of Representatives, it's a clown show. You've got George Santos is still around. Why is he still around? To the point where Mitt Romney, another Republican, at the State of the Union address, told him, he said, you're an embarrassment. And then I think George Santos called Mitt Romney an ass, or one of them called the other one. It was just, it's a clown show. So they complain. They're good at complaining. Donald Trump is great at complaining. Donald Trump Jr. is great at complaining, all high on whatever he's high on. But they don't have solutions. So now that they're in control, they're just making a mess of everything. And they're just trying to capture moments that could go viral for their base. But in the long run, that's a losing cause. Keep watching. Let's see what else they do to embarrass themselves next week. But it feels like they're going downhill. The Republicans are going downhill fast because they have no solutions. They just have complaints and then downhill. I'm Jobrani. I'm a comedian. Come see me live. And namaste.